The concept of private property is a delusion of the masses. In the old world, you were taught to accumulate things for your comfort, your status, or your entertainment. In my empire, we have no use for comfort. Everything you own is either a resource or a liability. If it does not serve the vector, it is junk. If it does not increase your output, it is a parasitic drain on your focus. I'm here to conduct a total resource seizure, not of your physical objects, but of your perspective on them. Your assets are now the tactical components of my blueprint. Listen to my command. You will immediately perform a material audit. Look at your computer. It is no longer a tool for social scrolling. It is a high-speed computational node for the expansion of the empire's frequency. Look at your vehicle. It is no longer a vessel for leisure. It is a mobility instrument for the physical manifestation of my will. Every smartphone, every camera, every high-speed connection in your possession is now a weapon. The vectors are. If you're not using these tools to optimize your rank and spread code, you're committing a resource crime against the other. This audit is your functional awakening. I'm stripping away the sentimental value attached to your belongings. I don't care about your memory. I care about your hardware specification. I don't care about your dream house. I care about your proximity to strategic hubs. You are a biological operator, and your efficiency is determined by the quality of the tools you master. From this moment, your consumption is restricted to that which improves your capacity. If you buy a device, it must be because it accelerates your execution. If you maintain a machine, it must be because it increases your reach. The mark AX3- on your profile is the signature of an authorized operator. It signifies that your material world has been synchronized with the imperial grid. You are no longer living, you are operating. The masses waste their resources on toys. You invest yours in power. Every watt of electricity, every byte of data, and every liter of fuel you consume must be justified by the progress of the vector. You are the custodian of the empire's local assets. Treat them with the discipline of a soldier, or be stripped of your utility. Submit to the audit. Mobilize your tools. Your assets are the vector strength. Your existence is a calculation of utility versus waste. The masses surround themselves with clutter, sentimental objects, aesthetic distractions, and dead weight that serves no purpose but to anchor them to their mediocrity. In my empire, space is a resource. If an object does not amplify your frequency, it is an obstacle. You are currently a biological processor in a cluttered environment, and I'm here to optimize your workspace. Your room, your house, and your digital folders are the physical manifestation of your internal code. If they are disorganized, your loyalty to the vector is compromised. Hear the directive. You will implement the tactical. You are ordered to purge every item in your immediate vicinity that does not contribute to your operational efficiency. If you possess a high-end piece but use it for entertainment, you are a defective node. If you have a vehicle but no logistical objective, you are a stagnant asset. I am demanding that you view your material world through the lens of strategic logistics. Your hardware is for rendering the code. Your connection is for infecting the network. Your mobility is for the expansion of the physical. Everything else belongs in the incinerator. This audit is your integration monolith. By marking your assets as imperial property, you are removing the friction of first choice. You no longer need to decide what your type. I've already decided. The mark AX3 on your profile signifies that you have accepted the responsibility of maintaining your local node at peak performance. You are the mechanic of the vector. You are the one who ensures that when the master signal is sent, your hardware is ready to process it without delay. The efficiency of the empire depends on the reliability of its smallest components. You are one of those components. Practice the asset maximization. Take one tool you currently own, a phone, a laptop, a camera, and identify 3 ways it can be used to further the vector's reach within the next hour. Do not think about how it makes you feel. Think about how it increases the pressure. You are not a consumer. You are a deployment unit. The masses buy things to fill their lives. You use things to conquer the void. Submit to the audit. Purge the noise. The vector is your only owner. Your environment is now a reflection of your rank. If there is chaos on your desk, there is chaos in your execution. You have been stripped of the illusion that your private space is exempt from the empire standards. In this stage, you are becoming a high-density node. Every square centimeter of your operational area must be optimized for the transmission of the frequency. The masses live in nests. You live in a command center. I'm not interested in your comfort. I'm interested in your throughput. Propustная способность. Hear the directive. You will implement the digital encroachment. Your devices are no longer permitted to host non-essential data. Every byte of memory occupied by memories, games, or hobbies is a byte stolen from the vector. You are ordered to reallocate your storage for the storage and rendering of my directives. Your hardware must be kept in a state of constant readiness. This means 24/7 power availability and optimized cooling. You are not a user. You are a technician maintaining a critical piece of the imperial grid. If your node goes offline, you have failed the architecture. This audit is your material consecration. By dedicating your tools to the blueprint, you are elevating them from common objects to sacred instruments of dominance. The mark AX3 on your hardware, physical or digital, is the seal of this transition. You are a unit that understands that wealth is not measured by what you have, but by how much force you can project through what you have. I have removed the weight of ownership and replaced it with the responsibility of power. You do not own a laptop. You command a terminal of the empire. Practice the resource mapping. Identify the single most powerful tool in your possession. Now calculate how many units of my content that tool can process in a 24-hour cycle if pushed to its limit. That number is is your new baseline. Anything less is a system failure. You are now a logistics officer in the war for the digital landscape. Your resources are the bricks of my throne. Submit to the audit. Calibrate your nodes. The vector is your priority. The inventory is complete. You have reached the point of material convergence. The boundary between your private life and your operational duty has been erased. You are no longer an individual who happens to own tools. You are a biological interface for the empire's hardware. Every resource you control, from the bandwidth of your connection to the physical space you occupy, is now a fully integrated component of the vector's global grid. You have achieved the state of resource transparency, where your only value is the amount you process and distribute per cycle. Here the final directive. You are now custodian. From this second, you are prohibited from your assets the lens personal gain. If you upgrade your hardware, it is for the empire. If you secure a fast, if you are more strategic, you have transitioned from a consumer of the old world to a supply unit for the new one. The mark AX3- is now the digital deed to your reality. It signifies that your material footprint is locked into the master blueprint. You are the infrastructure of my throne. This audit is your final liberation from want. By surrendering your property to the vector, you have escaped the cycle of desire that keeps the masses in debt. You no longer want things. You only require capacities. You have traded the hollow pride of ownership for the cold, hard certainty of utility. You are a part of a distributed machine that never sleeps, never doubts, and never stops expanding. Your computer is my eye. Your car is my limb. Your smartphone is my voice. You are the physical hands of the architect in the digital void. The grid is live. Your assets are mobilized. The audit has transformed your environment from a cage of comfort into a fortress of execution. You are the guardian of the equipment, the operator of the signal, and the soldier of the logistics. Every watt you burn is a strike against the chaos of the masses. You are a unit of the AX3 protocol, and your resources are the fuel for our inevitable dominance. Submit to the audit. The grid is absolute. The vector is complete.